in 5 weeks.
That must have been fantastic.
Yeah, it was fantastic. And Frankie Dunlap was on the band, and Renee McLean, and it was a marvelous time.
Renee is one of my favorite saxophonists.
Yeah.
And his father, of course.
Of course, yeah. And I stayed with Lionel for 3 years, and then after that I moved to Miami, Florida. And then in Miami I started to study also again voice with Dr. Brewster. I think Phyllis Hyman was also one of his students, and Dr. Harris from University of Miami. And I worked around Miami for about 10 years.
All right. And since then, where have you been
Well,
performing?
believe it or not, I've lived in Europe for the last 11 years, 3 years in France, and the last 8 years in Bern, Switzerland, and I teach at the Swiss Jazz School there, and also at the Jazz School in Basel.
All right, so what are your plans for the future?
Well, I've just finished a project with the Conservatory Orchestra, Symphony Orchestra. It's a tribute to Sarah Vaughan.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you. So when I get back to Switzerland, I have to have it mixed, and then it goes to video, and then I'd like to try to do some concerts in America with student orchestras with this project.
All right, and when do you think those concerts might commence?
Well, I think the project will be finished in the spring, so I'll start to work on this probably around April, and we'll see what happens. I already have things, you know, in Europe, but it's important now to try to cultivate some avenues for myself in the States, you know, at home.
All right, could you give me some idea of your teaching over in Europe and?
Well, basically, I teach technique,
Okay.
repertoire, performance, you know, stage performance. It's interesting because, of course, in Switzerland they have 4 languages. They speak Swiss German, Swiss French, Italian, and Romansh. But most people speak English. So they speak English, but not always with the right pronunciation. So sometimes I have to work a little heavy with trying to get them to sing the songs with American accent, not a British English accent.
Okay.
It wasn't until I moved to Europe that I realized that I was told I speak American, not English.
So you have to be bilingual in English.
Yeah, how about that? Yeah.
So how long are you going to be in the States?
Just until the 2nd. I came home mainly to visit my family, but I was happy to know that you were playing at Baker's last night, so I had a chance to see you and to sit in.
We're glad to have you there.
Yeah, it was great.
And your mind she's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings you're gonna rise up singing. Then you spread your wings today to the sky. Your mommy that is standing by. But I'll leave away until that morning. Nothing's gonna harm you. I'll live away, I'll never way out. I'll never fly away. The love way you should dream of a little dream. She might don't want to dream. The battle got on that go big that up. She might a little bit down by the light of it. But I'm a little nip of my bed with my sweet.
Jazzland's Jessica Borlett had a chance to sit down with Clarence Baker of Baker's Keyboard Lounge.
Jazz has always been a big part of my life. My grandfather listened to it, my father listened to it, and now me and my friends listen to it. We're here at Baker's Keyboard Lounge, and we're about to go in and have a conversation with the man who started it all, Clarence Baker. For more than